Breaking dress code. I mean, look at that. That's nice. Panthers bench Cam Newton for the first series last night for reportedly breaking team dress code by not wearing a tie on a travel day. So Derek Anderson did some Anderson stuff where he goes in, throws a pick on the first play of the game, and then Cam plays the rest of the blowout loss. Our friends over at TMC Sports got video of what we think is the moment Ron Rivera confronts Cam about his dress code violation. So serious. Let's hear from Newton after the game. Get back on the bus. Why, he just walked back out there, didn't he?
Came down to dress code manner. I didn't follow dress code, and Coach told me that I wasn't going to start. So I stand by his decision.
Right?
Yeah. That is a turtleneck,
a tortoise
a hat, and a nice coat.
Yeah, it looks clean. That boy,
I don't know. You can't wear a tie.
You can't wear a tie with the turtleneck.
You can't, right?
You could. You just look really foolish.
Now, if we want to defend Ron Rivera here, and I'm
Why?
somebody in the world wants to, says today that he has benched other players before for violating said dress code.
So why didn't they come out?
I don't know. This is the dumbest thing I've seen all weekend, right?
Well, it becomes the dumbest thing we've seen just because Derek Anderson, on the one play you're given an opportunity to start, you throw a damn interception, which blows up not only in your face, the team's face, but in Cam Newton's face, because this is not a story to this magnitude. If you're sitting on the sidelines for one play and you come in and we realize, oh, you didn't wear a tie, move on, let's see if you can win this ball game. But it becomes a story when there's a penalty like an interception that comes along with him breaking dress code. But he was in the wrong.
No, he's not.
You're supposed to pack for those road trips. You're supposed to pack accordingly.
What happened
and he didn't pack
fashion is not what Ron Rivera doesn't know fashion. Can we just we all agree on that, right? T.O., as the best dressed person up here, please explain to everyone why this is absurd.
It's very absurd. This is
all right. Way to drop the bomb. Drop them jewels.
This guy is very fashionable. He's very fashion forward. This is GQ. Again, like I said, you don't wear a tie with a turtleneck. First of all, you guys don't even have a tie. You don't leave.
I thought you don't believe in ties.
Thank you.
I do. You say that every week.
Just
because Ron Rivera made it an issue, I'm wearing a tie today. But I guarantee, I think we've all noticed that this has to be something more than meets the eye.
Has to be.
That was my first thought.
Because if they were 12 or 13-0 this time last year, this would be a non-issue right now.
Right, which is why if you're going to punish a guy, then punish a guy. One series is not a punishment. All it does is a bad PR move. If you're going to punish him, go ahead and set him out for the entire quarter. If you're going to punish him, then punish him. But to me, when you hold up for one series, that's just saying you and I know what's going on. I'm giving you a message.
And then it blows up in your face.
I can give you an example where there was no more than meets the eye, but it still hurt. Eddie George had a 10-year starting streak in Dallas. And we show up one game, and Eddie George on the sideline, and we're sitting there like, no, you didn't. Now, this was Parcells' way of motivating Eddie to say, hey, I need the old Eddie George back, not an old version of Eddie George. It didn't work, but he broke that man's 10-year starting streak just because he wanted to motivate him. Sometimes it's just a coach saying, hey, this is what I want, and this is what you're going to do.
Well, Ron Rivera, to his credit, he is at least coming from a military background. He did grow up on military bases all over the world, so
right. But you also have to embrace sort of the change in
culture,
in fashion.
In fashion.
Like how many people freaked out at the first time the Oscars went without a tie, and now people see tuxedos. They're different. Right. Fashion changes.
But if it's a black tie affair, don't you supposed to show up in a black tie?
Is a bus to a stadium a black tie affair?
That's his rule. It's a tie affair.
You know what? If I'm Cam Newton, I'm wearing sweats, sweatshirt, and a tie on Sunday. And now what?
He wished it was a tie.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what that means. Next up, fishy signing. Oh, look at this. We got a football team, y'all. Woohoo! The Rams announced a 2-year contract extension for Jeff Fisher before getting beat down by the Pats. During the third quarter, Fisher wanted to challenge a call, but he couldn't find his challenge flag, so to his credit, call was overturned. T.O., this is crazy because all last week, all we heard about was Eric Dickerson, Jeff Fisher, he's on his way out. Boom, extension.
Well, we won't be seeing any Eric Dickerson on the side and attending any more Rams events.
Nope.
I don't understand how this guy keeps getting extensions or getting contracts for that matter. He has had 5 years of losing.
Yeah.
I don't understand how he continues to get a job.
Funny you should say
somebody,
that.
Somebody please explain to me. If that's the case, I should still be playing. If that's the case, I should still be playing.
team.
Well,
He's had
maybe
way
you should
more
be.
than
You're better
5
than
years
that,
of losing. This is a guy
Yeah,
who
this is with the Rams.
who is literally about to become the all-time losingest coach in NFL history and about 80 less games than the person who's in second place in Tom Landry.
Woo!
He is more than just a 5-season loser. This is a guy who hasn't been in the playoffs in 15 or the 22 years in which he's been a coach. So I don't understand what they're trying to send to the fan base and to ticket season holders. Like, we messed up this season. We messed up last season. We messed up the last 5 seasons. But yo, you know that dude that messed us up? We bringing him back
And
again.
this is not the town for that.
Yeah, well,
This is
you
not
guys are looking at it from the wrong perspective. Let me be Stan Kroenke right here. So add another $1 billion to my name.
Another one.
And make sure you're absent.
Another $1 billion.
And you're absentee as well, because that's Stan Kroenke.
Well,
Let me hear this.
Stop that. Okay, Stan Kroenke's thinking like, and I said this last week on the radio show when everyone said it's over for Fisher. I said, As a matter of fact, they're going to double down on this dude right here because Stan Kroenke made $1 billion investment in what? Inglewood, real estate. And what do you want to do when you go to that place? Make sure that everyone's pumped up, fantasizing about excitement. What you don't do is fire Jeff Fisher right now, bring in another coach, who knows if he succeeds or fails, and then maybe have to get rid of him and then go into a new stadium. This is the way you keep it status quo, and then you say, if he's not good by then, we get rid of him. We got this new
But
coach.
you're going to ask people for how much in PSLs to buy into this new place that
they
nobody's going to want to go to because they are
Well, this is the honeymoon period right now. Do you know
honeymoon?
This ain't no honeymoon. Nobody's getting laid on this honeymoon.
I'm telling you,
You can't even find the flag.
And another thing, you guys try on the E-reality show. Have you guys seen that god-awful
Yeah, that
mess
was
of a
pretty
show?
bad. That's pretty bad.
Welcome to LA. We're a Ramley. No, you're not. You're nothing. And nobody knows who you are. Stop pretending like the TMZ cameras are following you guys around.
Stop.
You didn't call them yourselves.
Oh, y'all not
Please.
seeing this all the way through.
You-
Yes,
oh,
we are.
by the way, that guy looks just like Trump.
This is what you need to remember too,
Like
Marcellus.
that.
Ain't
God,
nobody fighting traffic, paying money in parking space,
Nope,
walking
not
through
in
all
this
that
town.
weather to sit there and see a coach. They
This
want to
is a
see
fair
a
weather
winning
town.
They
football
had
team.
80,000 in the rain against Miami. I was there. You weren't.
I was
Last
there.
Not the Miami game.
Exactly. They didn't
That's the
have
point.
80,003.
Exactly. They came up short.
Y'all stop. You don't give them everything they want when they want it. Trust me.
Shall we do a little Odell targeting specifically? The Giants beaten down by the Steelers on Sunday. Odell Beckham spent a bunch of the game complaining about calls and no calls. TV cameras caught him visually frustrated throughout the entire game, and it did not stop afterwards. Take a listen.
I don't really think that we should have this crew anymore when the Giants are playing with the past history and everything that's going on, but a horrible call in my opinion. I went up to ask him what was going on, what was the flag, and he said, "Get out my face." So I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong so I don't do it again. And you're going to sit here and tell me to get out my face. I don't want anybody to sit here and misquote and say that I'm saying the refs are the reason we lost the game, because that's clearly not the reason we lost the game. Just to make that clear to everybody, the Steelers they're a very good team and they beat us today.
Okay, I'm going to call us out right here. I feel like this is a misleading thing here at the bottom of the screen, because if you actually listen to everything he said...
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
You're welcome. I'm on your side. It wasn't that he was complaining. He basically said, I'm not saying that it's their fault, but this particular group, maybe not so much for me.
Right, and as you said, if you listen to what he said he approached the refs to see what he was doing wrong, and the ref said, get out of my face. So when you have a player, obviously with his talent, that is trying to address and obviously change his ways to address the issue, and the ref is not really complying with his efforts, then there is a problem there. I feel
Us
there's a problem.
receivers see it this way.
Now, T.O., isn't the very definition of complaining is saying that I don't like you being around me, I don't like you working with me,
No,
I don't like you having authority over me?
It's just a
It's
fact.
not a fact, it's your opinion
It's a
expressed as
complaint.
a complaint. That's the very definition. Look, did he have an opinion that was actually correct? Yeah, I agree with Odell.
right.
They're coming after you, Odell, but you got to see that coming. The fine print of being a top-notch receiver as you were is the fact that you know there's going to be a point of emphasis on your back every single play.
Target.
He's still acting like he doesn't get that part of being a top-notch receiver.
You know what we don't get? We don't get to talk about the person who's actually at fault, which is Eli Manning. How does he keep escaping the blame for them losing these games?
Manning.
He's the one that threw the pick in the red zone. He's the one that ended the other half with throwing a pick by underthrowing the receiver. He didn't target Victor
The
Cruz
late,
Jr.
great
once.
Max Kellerman would not have any
Can you
none of
part of
this.
this right
like we keep talking about Odell Beckham Jr. But, oh, by the way, 10 receptions, 100 yards. He was throwing the ball 16 times. He caught 10 of the passes. He's doing his job.
Oh, of course.
The problem is Eli, but we keep falling for the bait and not talking about the real issue.
Yeah.
Bad QB play.
Well, Eli is playing it the professional way by not showing that personality, by not complaining. You don't look at him. You look at the guy who sticks his head out. And Odell keeps sticking his neck out.
Guy.
And
He's sticking his head out in his
Pretty
hands
guy
catching
with the camera.
passes.
You're right. You're right.
You got to give the guy the ball. When he's making plays, obviously he's been probably the most consistent, the most valuable player on that team. You have to put the ball in a guy like Odell Beckham's hands.
There it is.
Listen to us, guys. All right? Let's do some Jeers. We know what we're talking about. JaVale McGee. Oh, I knew
here we
this
go.
was
JaVale
coming. As soon as it happened, I knew we'd see it on Monday.
JaVale McGee.
In all fairness, this is just called hustling. When you inbound the ball for another team, it's hustling.
This is on Shaq in the
That life.
Totally Shaq did a
In his defense, he's played for so many teams.
You know what? That's a great point. Great point, Ron.
Played for them before.
Jabari Zuniga.
What'd you say?
I don't. What?
Man,
Wait, I do remember this moment. I thought
Oh, Beach Street Breakdown.
Hey, those surfaces are a little bit slick.
He's slipping the
Breaking
ball.
1 and 2 right there.
Kadeem Latin gets our third Jeer of the day. I like flops, and I do not care who makes fun of that. This was pretty good. Watch it.
Look at it.
Oh!
Now that's community theater right there.
Marcus Smart, like, that's a good
That
flop.
shakes me in the heart right
You got Marcus Smart attention on that one. That's a good flop.
Raiders
Government
punter
performance
Marquette
right there.
King, known for epic celebrations. Did he cross the line this weekend?
I don't know about using that flag. We'll
Go
see.
ahead and vote.
This is Sports Nation.
Yeah, he asked.
Sports Nation is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back. This story is awesome. After a roughing the kicker call, Raiders punter Marquette King decided to celebrate the penalty by dancing with the flag. The refs then threw a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct, and after the game, King had even more fun. I kind of like this guy tweeting, ooh, so that's how I got caught with a snitch arrow pointing at Bills corner Nickel Roby Coleman. I love it. We know what happens to snitches, T.O. Celebrating with the flag is
I'm
fun.
sure you probably didn't want to call him a snitch. But anyway, yeah, this is what you asked for. You pick up the flag,
Yeah.
you get a flag.
Yeah.
I don't think this has nothing to do about the guy being a snitch, but I like it. It's for us to talk about here
Yeah.
today. I like it. It's fun. You're getting the fans involved.
I don't know if I
Nobody
like
got
it.
hurt?
I don't know if I like it. I mean, look, a stretch. A stretch example is when you deal with someone with authority. Like, you ever see someone with a policeman or something? He got his handcuffs and you got his flashlight. You're like, you can't touch his handcuffs. Like, you just can't touch stuff like
What
that.
are you talking about?
Like, it's a stretch exaggeration, but
Did you just compare the flag to like a policeman
He
gun
really
out?
did.
But it's authorities, like, it's a part of their accessories. You gotta let it be, man. You can't just sit there and start grabbing stuff like that.
He would have gotten away with it if he hadn't treated the flag like some sort of like glow stick. I mean, that was the problem.
You can't just touch every fireman's hose. Like, you just can't do that.
You can't.
I definitely give it my best go.
It's not like me to change the rules then.
Hey, can I see that gurney, Mr. Paramedic?
You can only touch the gurney.
You probably don't want to in that situation.
Look, the flag is like there. It's not like he didn't accost the dude
Stop.
to
You
grab.
guys are some misfits. That's all this is, basically.
You know what you are? You're a teacher's pet.
True.
You're like a narky person that we don't want to talk to. Oh, God.
Where's my apple?
Yeah, by the way, you were the snitch.
I
and
was.
That's the only reason that you're doing this right now.
You know me well. You know me
Snitch.
well. I'm a
Snitch.
I tell the
Okay.
truth.
This is it. I woke up this morning knowing things were about to change. T.O.,
Yeah, that's
your
me.
new segment is about
Me?
to debut. You're going to tell NFL coaches why they should put you in over some of the dudes that got on the field. We're calling it Put Me In, Coach. And we shall start with Ed Hilbert.
Let's start. Oh, this is a result of the no tie effect. Okay. I don't know if this is Tolbert's fault or Derek Anderson's fault, but hey, we know
A
how
little
this
from
all
column A
resulted.
and a little from column B.
Everybody's fault.
Yeah.
This is an easy pitch and catch right here.
Yeah.
No, it's not easy.
Well,
Easy.
Tolbert,
It got hard all of a
He
sudden.
didn't even make the tackle.
Tolbert a little too thick to turn that quick.
At least, hey, coach, I have a tie on.
Yeah, he does.
Put me in, coach.
Put him
Man,
Come on.
What if this works? JJ Nelson? This would have been
Hey,
something.
this is a nice stop route. Ball to the outside, away from the defender. Ball in hand. This should be a catch. He must not have had his sticky gloves on today. All I can say is, This is a drop, a chance to move the chains.
You ain't making that case. You dropped some of those before.
Hey, no serious.
challenge.
I got my tie on too. Put me in, coach.
I love that your tie is what's going to really put you over the top.
Exactly.
This one.
Dress code.
This one hurts.
Oh man, this is a ball in hand. I mean, this is ball on the number. This is textbook right here. Crabtree.
Why did he jump?
Breaks the cushion. He has no reason to jump.
Yeah.
It's style points.
I can see if he was like 5 inches high or something like that. Hey, Coach Del Rio, come on. This guy's a veteran. I'm a veteran too, and I got my tie. Come on, coach. Put me in, coach.
And I got my tie is going to be the catchphrase
Exactly.
of all that. By the way, any comment from Marcellus that they seem to be using Dat Dude's music on that?
Oh, really?
I
you
didn't
owe
wanna
me
start
money.
any- I didn't want to start a fight. I just want to point it out.
Wow.
I need to be original anyway. I don't need your music.
My God, here we go.
Need that.
Coming up next.
Some